The question that's on my mind right now is, how do I know it's working? For example, this is the fourth time I've recorded this intro on what's supposed to be an unedited, unfiltered vlog. So realistically, it's going to be a little edited and filtered, but you'll never know. So this question though, how do I know it's working, has been on my mind so much. And the reason it's on my mind personally is well, 1,000 reasons. For this today, I've been trying to 3D print these little articulating dinosaurs holding a heart. My kids for Valentine's Day wanted me to 3D print them things they could give away as Valentine's. So I've got to mass print like 90 different objects over the next couple weeks. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be easy. I got this. But like the question, how do I know it's working, has been on my mind. And so, you know, obviously with that, it's been a lot of tinkering, and I finally got the stupid thing to do a test print with the new filament I bought, the red filament I got, to print these things. And it's been a whole friggin' process. It's been driving me nuts and frustrating the fire out of me, but we finally got it printing, the test print. But then, you know, I've been texting with a friend of mine this afternoon, and just like the trying to balance out, you know, full-time job and content and family and faith and church and ministry and all these different areas of our lives. See, so many people, we all wear like multiple hats and we're multiple roles just in our everyday lives. Sorry, my allergies, I'm gonna be a little sniffly. My allergies are weird. Like I'm like runny nose, but like dried out at the same time. Probably haven't had enough water today. But just this concept of how do I know it's working has been on my mind. Because so often we do things and we engage in whatever visions and dreams. This sounds way more mystical than I need to be. We start on projects and passions and things. We start pursuing things, and it takes so long before you see a return of investment. And as a creator right now, like, I'm not seeing that much of a return of investment as far as like cash. But what I've seen over the last couple months is just like things are growing, and I really think it's because of the consistency and the investment I've been putting in. But I just got caught in this moment. I've been feeling really anxious today. I've been feeling really anxious because in my mind it's like I'm devoting so much time to trying to build this business, to trying to build this small business into something profitable and yada yada, something I can support my family with. And I'm just like, how do I know it's working, man? Like, how do I know that all this time I've been investing for the last 2 months is actually going somewhere? How do I know I'm not just wasting my time? Like, I'm putting so much time in and I'm not making really any money. You know, I make a little bit on Twitch, and it's really just because I have like one super, super generous friend who rolls up in chat and sugar daddies it up. But I'm just like, how do I know it's working? And as a creator, as just an individual, man, when we pursue our passion projects, when we start building our dreams, man, like we ask ourselves, how do I know it's working? How do I know? Because like when you're building a passion project that you hope turns into a business where you can support yourself, your family, pursue dreams and do things, like there is like a monetary goal. Like I want to be able to make X amount of money so that I can pay off debt, you know, I can get credit cards paid off, I can get student loans paid off, I can take my family on really fun vacations instead of it's like, we're going to go visit family and stay at their house and eat home-cooked meals all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like, I love eating home-cooked meals, and frankly, it's hard for me to go on vacation and eat out the whole time because it's just, eating out is so rough for my body. But like, how do I know it's working? And I don't know, dude. You're watching this, you've made it this far in the video, to me just rambling, and you're asking yourself, you're sitting there thinking, how do I know it's working, dude? That's so true. How do I know? How do I know it's working? Because it seems like it's not sometimes, right? Like it's like you're putting in all this late nights and hours, and you're thinking about it, you're obsessed with it all day. Like, dude, I was talking about how I've been feeling anxious today. I'm feeling anxious because I'm just sitting on the couch this afternoon and just thinking, gosh, there's so much content I haven't made. There's so much content I want to make. There's so many videos and vlogs and reviews, and I'm adding ideas as they pop into my head to my list of ideas to think through later. And you know, my process, like I have an idea, I write it down, and then I develop that idea into kind of a script or talking points, and then that becomes a video. that I record, and then I edit that video, and then I put all it, sometimes extra little fancy things in the video. Not too much of that, honestly, but then I upload the video, and then I wait. And sometimes the video flops. And then other times the video, like, I had one video this week that I just felt like was very half-crap to put together, and it actually ended up getting like 10K. It was a short. It was like a 45-second short that ended up getting like 10K views on YouTube. I have another video, one I put on TikTok, that I was just thinking like, this video sucks, and it's at over 11K views, which for a lot of people is like, woo, that's nothing. But for me, I don't want to stop celebrating small things. For someone who has, I mean, in the last 2 weeks, I've grown my TikTok by like over 100 something followers, right? So for me, yeah, it's a big win for someone with 100 something or 450, 60 followers to have an 11K video, sure. But like to consistently have on YouTube, where we're only, by the way, the gaming channel is only like 19, 17 maybe now away from 500. So for someone who has under 500 YouTube subscribers to consistently have like 2K plus view videos, I had one video that went live, and like an hour after I checked it, I like to like let them sit for a while to like teach myself to be patient, and then I'll check it, and I checked it after an hour. And most of my videos after an hour are normally like 900 plus views. This video after an hour was like 33 views. And I was like, oh my gosh, I thought this video was for sure gonna pop. I changed the title. And that video is actually like performing very well on YouTube. I think from that video alone, I've had like 14 new subscribers on YouTube. So how do I know it's working? I don't know. You've got to, the only way you can really determine and answer the question, how do I know it's working, is what are you working towards? Like, what's the goal? Why? Why are you doing it? What are you working towards? What are you hoping to achieve? So how do I know it's working? I'm hoping to achieve growth on my platform. So how do I know it's working? I'm seeing growth. I mean, goodness gracious, man. Once we hit that 500 subs on YouTube, I got to get my watch hours up, and then I can start monetizing some of my YouTube content a little bit. Then once we get to 1,000 subscribers, and I get a few more watch hours, and by a few, 1,000 more watch hours, 4,000 watch hours, well, then I can monetize all my YouTube content on the gaming channel. And I question myself, man, maybe I should consider merging this channel with the gaming channel, but the niches are so totally different that I just don't think it will work out right now. I've got to grow the content a lot more before I can do that. But I've seen it work. And my challenge where I like really wrestle with, I got to wrap this up because I'm pulling up now. What I really wrestle with is I watch other creators do really well. And I have like creators, and I'm always adding to the list like creators like I genuinely enjoy watching their content. And there's some of them where like I listen to a lot of YouTube in the car, like a lot of guys. I'll listen to their videos while I'm driving. But there's a couple of guys that I really like to just like, I like to sit and actually watch their content. Like I want to be able to actually enjoy their content. So how do I know it's working? I've rambled a lot and I haven't clearly answered the question. How do I know it's working? What are you working towards? You got to define the win. Define the goal. How do I know it's working? You've got to figure out what are you working towards. And then you've got to look and see, is what I'm experiencing and seeing, is that progressing towards the goal? Like, so every time I upload a video, is that getting me closer to the goal? If the answer is yes, then that's how I know it's working. If you are working and working and working and you're seeing no progress, you're not seeing any steps taken towards the goal, you're not getting any closer to the win, it might not be working. But you've also got to understand that sometimes we work towards things and it's got a slower return. Is you got to be realistic too about your goals. Like, it would be stupid for me, gosh, I need to wrap this up, but I get frustrated this time of year because there's always like, here's my creator goals for the year. This is what I'm going to achieve this year. And I actually saw Cypher PK, who's a Fortnite creator, but Cypher PK's built like 3 or 4 really, really successful YouTube channels. He started up his own like studio that has like 3 other businesses within it. Like dude's killing it, right? And one of the things he said is, don't share your goals before you've achieved them, because it makes it that much harder to achieve them. It was something like that. I can't remember the tweet. If I wasn't leaving this raw, unedited, unfiltered, I'd probably like caption it over. I might edit this one actually. I think I will edit this one. But Cypher uploaded this or tweeted this out, and a lot of people in the comments were like, why not, man? I want the people that are going to cheer me on. They're going to gas me up. How can people gas me up and cheer me on if I don't share the goal? And like where he was coming from is once you've spoken it out there, like you almost become complacent in trying to achieve it, right? But he also like says you're going to have a lot of people that are going to gas you up and say, hey, let me know whatever you need. But I think sometimes people will say that and it's just like a pleasantry. It's like a formality. Let me know what you need, bro. I got you. Hey, I need you. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I'd love to help, but I can't. So how do I know it's working? Man, you got to be realistic with your goals. A lot of creators will put this time of the year, they'll say, you'll have like a guy, like I think it would be an unrealistic goal for me to go on Twitter and say, with like 300 followers on Twitter, for me to get on Twitter and say, I want 10,000 followers by the end of the year. I want to be Twitch partner by the end of the year. I want to have a $10,000 brand deal by the end of the year. I want to have, 500,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year. Is that impossible? No. Sure. No, absolutely not. But is that unrealistic? Reality is, in a saturated world of content, the likelihood that I would get to the end of the year and have, I don't even remember what all I said, it's highly unlikely. And a lot of the time I find the creators that say these things, like, I want to have 500,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year, they post like a YouTube short once a month, and it's a really crappy edited thing. And I know it's like, bro, you've got 130 subscribers on the vlog channel and 483 on the gaming channel or whatever it is. What do you know about YouTube? Sure, I don't have a lot to speak for, but like, I've been posting consistently and I'm seeing the results of that. You can't get on here and tell me a half-crapped, edited YouTube short once a month on a sporadic basis is actually going to grow your YouTube channel to 500,000 subscribers. Like, that's not possible. That's like saying I'm going to throw a penny in the bank once a month, and by the end of the year, the bank's going to compound that interest to where I'm going to have $1 million. Like, it's stupid. It's unrealistic. But for me too, I have content goals for this year. I have goals for the Dazzy gaming and Fundazi vlogs. I'm gonna shorten this channel to Dazzy vlogs. I have content goals for my content. Like, I have goals. I'm just not sharing them broadly because I want to be able to celebrate them more when I reach them. And I'm just also kind of like it's funny because I'm arrogant and I'm stubborn, but I'm also kind of private about some of that stuff. And so, like, I want to be able to celebrate those goals when I achieve them with close friends. And this is just how I am. Not everyone's this way. But I'm not ready to share those goals. Because some of them they're not unrealistic, but some of them do require me to kick butt and grind. And I don't know, man. For me, I don't want to get so focused on, hey, everyone, follow my content so I can have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, I just want to freaking work towards the goals and achieve them. I'm too busy working on achieving my goals to sit around and list 5 tweets about the goals I have. And I'm not knocking any creator that does that. I do think it's unrealistic and goofy with some creators who just have like these out of this world unrealistic goals. So make real goals, dude, and go for them. Like, go for an astronomically unrealistic goal. Like, go off, bro. But at the same time, like, when your goal is so astronomically unrealistic and you're not achieving it and you're asking yourself, why is this not working? How do I know this is working? Like, sometimes you have to go back and revisit and reassess and set new goals. This was a really long one. I don't know. Maybe I'm full of crap and don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine. You can tell me that in the comments. But for now, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll probably try and create more coherent thoughts and talk about this a little more this week on another vlog. But for now, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.